Hi, Floss Tube. It's me, Green Tigers Crafts, coming to you with my late tutorial. I thought I'd have this done sooner, but apparently the swatches took a little bit longer than I planned. So, anyway, sorry about the lighting. I've got a desk lamp over here. I have a flashlight over here, so I'm not completely blacked out on this side. Joys of working third shift. You're up all night. Unless you have children, which then, therefore, you're lucky because you actually get to sleep at night. I have a dog and a cat. I sleep during the day. Anyway, enough about me. Yeah, I think I got everything around to show you how I did my tapestry, which you can't see much of it because I'm currently in front of it, and you basically have a moon and a leg and a tail. But anyway, let's start off the materials. You need some yarn, which I'm using a Red Heart Super Saver, which I hope that's right way for you, but it's Super Saver. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's it's basically a floor ply yarn, and it's all over the place. Okay, where'd it go? Everything's over here in a pile. You're gonna need a Tunisian crochet hook. So yeah, it's a long crochet hook. It's got a Still, I have no idea what the camera is on this thing. It's got a stopper at the back so it catches the loops, and your typical crochet top. Just for comparison, this blue one, which is really huge, is this is a typical crochet hook, which mean you hold the crochet hook by the flat piece. At least I do. So getting a grip of this one's a little bit harder, but it needs that roundness, and I'll show you why later. Excuse my reach. You need a pattern. Maggie, shush. You need a pattern, which I found this on Pinterest, and I just used a highlighter and graph paper and transferred it over, so I wasted ink on my computer. And I have it on a safety pen, so it can be seen hopefully when I do the tutorial part. And why is sorry. I'm still getting used to the setup, so bear with me. And every crafter needs a pair of scissors. So, this is by far gonna be my first my first tutorial on something. So please feel free to comment, make any suggestions, any questions. Don't hesitate to ask. And the thing about it, I will also link down a video. I know Mikey does it. I know he's from Canada, so. But he does tutorials on crocheting. Actually, I've got a lot of my patterns and crocheted items from following his tutorials. So I will link his video below on how to do a Tunisian, just for backup, because I'm sure I'm not going to explain myself well. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. You will just have to see. But anyway, you can use, which, I have started another project and using variegated, so you can have a hand-dyed effect. And this project is very the Tunisian crochet, I will advise, is very curly. Especially when you first start out, you're gonna have to fight the yarn because this stitch it likes to roll up. And once you finally get down and get some weight on it, it's not as bad. But and I don't make notes. I really should start making notes. Griskin, I barely passed my speech class in high school and college, and I retook it because I barely passed the first time, and I got a worse grade the second time. But anyway, you've got a couple of options. You have this Tunisian, and all the hooks come in different sizes as well. And if I can dig it out. Sorry. Come here. Okay, untangle. Out you go. Out, out, out. Sorry. You also have, with project on it, you also have a Tunisian long hook, and you can't tell because it's kind of clear. You also have an option for a cable, which connects to this hook right here. So, yeah, this is going to be my Teresa Winsler's, not chamomile, Celestial. Celestial Dragon. This is a winter project, but you do have options for hooks. I know they have longer ones than these. And without further ado, I will switch this technically tablet around, and I will start the tutorial. So, yeah, I've seen a little bit. Okay, to start off, you need to know the basics of crochet, which, yep, again, pattern. I just got a safety pin to the back of this chair. So you want to do a slip knot to start yourself off. And what I do, this is how I do it. There are so many ways to do a slip knot. But I hold the yarn between my ring finger and my thumb. I pull it with my pointer and my middle finger. Take my hook. I snag it. Then I take and I rotate the hook itself. Grab the tail. And there's a twist you just made by rotating the yarn. So use the hook, snap the yarn, and pull through. Then pull tight. That is how I do a slip knot. I know Mikey does a better, he shows you how to do the slip knot with his fingers, which, good for him. I've learned it this way, and that's how I've learned it, and I'm trying to adjust the lighting so you can see. But basically, you want to go by your pattern, and this is a 11 across, 9 down pattern. So you want to give yourself at least 2 stitches on both sides. Probably better off with 3. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to do a chain of 15. And basically, grab your tail, working yarn, pull the yarn snug and wrap, and pull through. That's chain 1, 2, 3, 4, come here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you got a chain of 15, which, like I said, on the pattern you choose, I would give yourself at least 3 spare stitches all around, just so you have some room for error, I guess, and also to, if you're like me, like to do a border to make the edges look nice. So I got my chain of 15. And for the Tunisian, it's a really simple stitch. It's just a little getting used to the hand coordination. So what you want to do is take your hook. You want to leave this loop on. Take your hook and slide it into the chain next to it. Take your yarn, wrap it around the hook, and pull through. You now have 2 loops. Same thing. Leave the loop on. Insert the 3rd chain. And okay, sorry, I'm trying to adjust. So you're going to continue inserting, grabbing the yarn and pulling it through, inserting, pull the yarn through, and basically this is why you need the long roundness. So as you're moving, your stitches have a safe place to go, and you have a stopper here so they don't run off the hook. But, yep. So we're going to go ahead and insert a hook for 15. Oops, sorry, not in frame. Yeah, I'm looking over the tablet to see my work, because it's really, and I don't have the best lighting, so. Insert. Okay, last one. Yep. I now have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 loops on the hook itself. And kind of scoot the loops back towards the end. Okay. Now we need to take these loops off this hook in order to go, because this is what I like to call a half row. So you don't have to work. Now we need to go back and finish it off. So what I do is I wrap the yarn around the hook, kind of pinch the base of the loop, then pull off with 1 loop. See how that's just 1 loop? You got then from here on out, it's the edge is the only one where you pull off the 1. And the rest of it, for the rest of those loops, you want to take and pull through 2. Yep, so take the yarn, pull through the loop you just made, and pull through the loop on the base. Wrap around, pull through, 2, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. Hopefully I stay in frame, and you just keep doing that all the way to the end. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, I've got my 2 loops left and the one I just created, so we're going to pull through 2, then we're going to pull through 2. Leave that loop you just made on the hook. That's the start of your loops, and that is a half, which I'm hoping you guys are seeing this okay, but that is the first row of your Tunisian stitch. It's called a Tunisian and also a Afghan stitch. So anyway, I can get in here. This, you can see, actually, just my dark hook here. If you can see how you get like lines in front, you've got this is, I'm going through the 2. You've got this is what you're gonna see is like a loop going down your work and an open space. You're gonna want to work in the first half of that loop is what you're gonna go through. So grab my actual Tunisian hook here. Try to get it so you can see it. So the one you just came out of, leave that loop alone and go to the one beside it and insert, wrap around, pull through. Then the next 2 loops beside it, go in the middle, wrap around, pull through. Yeah. And basically you want to do this all the way across and all the way up until your last half. Say you're what's going on with my camera? No, come on, don't freeze, don't freeze. Okay, there we are. My camera froze. So basically we're going to go 3 stitches up. So basically you work this all the way across and however long and or tall you wish to make it until, come here, until you have this piece of fabric. Yep, and how basically you go back through and you finish off a row, the second half of the row, and when you're into bind it off, and for the swatch I use the regular sized crochet hook because it's small enough, the swatch is small enough that it wouldn't fall off the hook. But from here on, for your last row, you're going to do the same thing. Insert, pull through, but instead of, now you're going to be basically, you're binding off. So that loop you just pulled, you want to take and pull through both loops. Again, insert, yarn around, pull through, and of course I'm trying to show you guys. Pull through both loops. This is called a slip stitch. So, yep, you want to do this all the way across. Insert, pull through, insert, pull through one, pull through two. Okay, what is going on with my camera? So pull through one, pull through two. 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 And repeat. And repeat. Repeat. Down to our last two. Insert. Last one, pull through. And what I like to do is I like to grab the yarn, pull it like you're doing the chain, and just pull the yarn through. Obviously you're going to cut it, and just give this a nice little tap. And there's our finished swatch. So, now the fun part. You get to, this is part where you get to cross stitch. And just to show you, this is what my variegated yarn looks like. I have it pinned up with sewing pins and some cardboard to show you, because it does like to curl. You can see it how it's trying to curl up on me. Yeah. But this is what this particular yarn is turning out to look like. Oops, and I'm pulling my stitches. So you can use a variegated yarn for like a different background interest. I am personally going to be cross stitching a peacock. I'm gonna do a white peacock on this material because this yarn reminds me of peacocks, and it'd be too busy for a solid. It'd be too busy for like one or mixed color, but it's just this particular variegated. And this is I did a couple of test stitches for you guys. This top row, this is white yarn. Just the white yarn that we used, the worsted weight yarn. So it's got more of a puffy. I don't know if you can tell. It's got more of a puffy stitch. Well, the bottom row, these is 12 strands of floss. Just some white floss I had in my stash. Really? I even pinned you up there for a reason. So it is your choice. This is 1/1 with the yarn, 12/1 with the floss. So doing pattern wise, it would probably be easier going with the floss, but it would be cheaper probably to find the yarn colors that you like. But that's an option. So for the heart, I have some, what's this called? Premium Home. It's a red yarn with a flecks of gold in it, which I bought this for a blanket, which I'm half started. But since it's red, I'm going to use it for our heart. And basically, I tend to work with a... Okay, where am I? Where am I? So, I'm on... Yeah! I've got my loop. And... Actually... One. So, we're probably going to want to cut that. Where's my scissors? It's basically going to cut off a piece of yarn. Okay, give me my yarn, give me my yarn. Yes, folks, this is live. Okay, oh, another material you're going to need is a yarn hook, a yarn needle. This is a metal. I prefer the metal to the plastic. But you can find big blue plastic ones. There's some... I know there's some with a weird end swoop thingy. But we're going to... what I do is I kind of fold my yarn, pinch it, and kind of get my hand out of the way so you can see, force it through the eye. I would recommend this, the yarn for the, if you use the DMC floss. Where did my floss go? So, find our center, which is, I didn't mark it. Bad me. So, okay, so I'm going to say that's the center. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, you want to find your center like you would on Ada or linen. Okay, so here's the center of our, homemade, grid. And what I did is, you can see these little lines. There's like a small hole at the bottom of that. That's where I insert my needle at. And and just tie a knot so it doesn't pull through. You just want to pull your yarn through, and you try to get it so that you can see the light, and I'm not blocking it. In this next grid, there's a hole on the top. I go on the other side of this grid, which come on, camera, work with me, work with me. Sorry. Yeah, and I bet you everybody's laughing at me like, why did I wait so long to see a tutorial on how she did her tapestries? You can laugh at me. I'm not offended. I'm laughing at myself. But anyway, in this part right here is your basic cross stitch. And what did I say? That was a 5. I do like the running stitch. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Insert, pull out, insert, pull. So basically, this part of the project is the easy part. And this is really good if you want to do fashion knots, because yarn can easily pierce it. So finish this half row. And if you want a frame, because I'm doing this in hand, I would recommend a hoop and have it on the loosest setting. And try not to pull it too much, because this yarn, it is flexible and it will stretch and whatnot. I would not suggest a Q-snap, just because I think it would squash and you would probably break your clips on the Q-snap. But that is a basic how to cross stitch and how I did my tapestry on a much smaller scale. That being said, and I created him just to show you. And another thing, this is I use this hook, so this is a 2 strands of yarn over 1, just because the hook size does make a difference. I think this is an K hook. Oops, sorry, knocking you guys around. And I do believe the Tunisian hook I'm using is a size J. Yeah. And, well, I know over in America we use letters as indicators. I know in Europe and other countries they use numbers. So this is the crochet hook I was using for the Tunisian is a G size, or 5mm. This blue one is a 6.5mm or a K hook. So the size does matter on how big you want your grid. Okay, just out of curiosity. Got 1 inch. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that really a 4? 1, 2, 3. Yep, this is a 4 count. And what did I do with my other? And this is over here. A 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're both 4s. Probably can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4 count as well. I wonder if it looks smaller. Anyway, there you go. I hope this tutorial was educational. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And everybody have oh no, that's a tree sauce. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm babbling. So everybody, have a good night. Let me know how you like this tutorial. Have any questions? Feel free to ask. Again, I will be linking Mikey's tutorial on the Afghan stitch, just so you have a better idea of what I'm doing or how the stitch is created. So everybody, have a good day and thank you for watching.